Hey guys, what's going on? Okay, what is going on with you guys this evening? Let me put my title in here. How are you? Yes, it's August 1st, and I said, let me get on here and talk to my peoples. And as you can see, I was acting kind of silly earlier with the They Not Like Us, and it just sparked me um, to share some things with you guys tonight. All right. Good evening. And yes, I do go live from time to time and actually trying to get back to my regularly scheduled program. Well, I'm going to be using my whiteboard a little bit. So let me move my stand over here. If this is your first time watching me live, please don't let it be your last time. And please let me know where you are watching me from. Good evening. Let me know where you're watching me from. Huh? We do. Michigan is really easy. You got right to it. I hear you. I hear you, Jess. Houston, what's going on? Okay, so first, where are my manners? This is Sean, aka the Savvy Business Chick, making sure that you know your purpose and destiny in the marketplace. In our marketplace, it's all things home care, home health care. And before you think we're talking about group homes, no, we're not talking about group homes. Before you think we're talking about assisted living, no, we're not talking about assisted living. The biggest difference between home care and the assisted living and the group homes is that we're sending our staff to the client's home, not they're coming to our home or residence. So I'm going to start making that that a little bit more clear, because I do get some people that jump on a call with me and they are a little bit confused about the different programs. So tonight I wanted to give you guys some fun tips, some fun ways to think about growing and scaling your business. And I'm over there on TikTok land, and they had that. They had a different rendition of the song "They're Not Like Us," and you guys probably, hey, greetings. You could probably guys saw me do my little dance and everything like that. Hey, if I'm looking up here, if that's YouTube, and right here it is Instagram. I got to get me another device so I can also get on TikTok. But I thought this was like a really cool segue to talk to you guys about marketing, right? They're not like us, right? And don't you feel that way when you go into present your talk about your home care business? You're like, how do I show this person, this potential referral source, that the other agency that they may have met with earlier this week or last week, that they're not like us. They're not like my home care agency. And I thought it was a really good play on trying to teach you guys some essentials for standing out in the marketplace, okay? And what I want to do is I want to ask you guys a couple of questions. And usually this will be better if we are on a Zoom, but because we're not on Zoom, I'm going to need you guys to engage. So I'm asking you right now to engage, because this is going to be very thought provoking, right? Whether you are getting started or whether you have already started, I want you to think standing out. And like I said, we're just using this funny song, They're Not Like Us, to like give you the tools to think how can you stand out in the marketplace? And I'm going to give you some things. I will have to have a hard stop at 9 because I have someone that paid for a one-on-one session at 9 p.m. So yeah, I do have late sessions for some of my West Coast people and Midwest people. So with that being said, first, let me make sure that hey Gail, I know everyone's status. If you are an aspiring home care or home health care CEO, which means you're not quite licensed, maybe you have submitted your application, but you haven't received your license in hand, give me the number 1. Then if you are licensed, you are in business, and you've passed the licensing process, give me the number 2. So first I want to do that. So this is going to both help me to see who we have more of, if we have more people who are not quite licensed, or if we have more people who are already licensed. And then after you let me know that, let me know where you're located. I saw Houston in the house. I saw Columbus, Ohio. Let me know where you are located. Okay, 1. I'm seeing ones. I'm seeing more ones. You submitted your application. I'm so glad. Virginia, Maryland over here, California, North Carolina, Oregon. Great. All right. And for those of you who Pennsylvania, great. So for those of you who do not know, I do have free informational videos on my YouTube channel for just about all of the states that you have mentioned here. So if you are in the licensing phase and you're still looking for some more information and you don't trust your Google search, go on over to my Savvy Business Chick YouTube channel and get that information. So let me now. You may, if you're on Instagram, you may not be able to see my board as clearly. You may tell me, Sean, it's written backwards. But guess what? Even if you can't read it, you will be able to hear it, right? So I'm going to say that again. Even if you can't read it, you will be able to hear it. Now, most people that have seen any of my videos, my lives, they know that I go into detail with the information, but the revolution will not be televised. So that means that this is not going to stay up here. So if you want to, hey, Coach Kiva, you've watched several of my videos, then you want to take notes, right? And I want to talk to you about who you are as a home care agency. So that's my first question for you. Actually, my first question is, and this was a question that we had in our home care business summer school on Monday. And interestingly, this was a really hard question for people to answer. What do you do? You guys see my board? What do you do? Now that is not a quick question, and sorry, like I said, it is. You're gonna see it a little bit backwards if you on Instagram. Well, what do you do? Right? And some of the answers that we got was like, oh, well, I do personal care. I do skilled care. What do you do? And imagine yourself, you are, that's one of the questions that someone might ask you when you are presenting your business. You have to say, what do you do? So if you can do me a favor and post some of your responses in the comment, and I'm going to write them down. And I'm going to help you with translating that to how you're going to be talking about your business. So if somebody, if you walked into a place where a doctor's office or a rehab center. What do you do? What do you do? Do I have some people that are going to be bold enough to give me their answer this evening? Eating a cookie. What do you do? Waiting for some of your answers. And remember, it's not a trick question. It's not a trick question. What do you do? Okay. On YouTube, I see our agency provides solutions to you and your loved one to stay independently in the comfort of your home. I like that. Okay, you want to do skill care? Okay. Okay. Um, okay, on Instagram, I see you want to skill care. On YouTube, provide solutions. To stay independent. In the comfort of their home. Anybody else? Okay. I guess YouTube is giving me a lot of love. Saying that they help clients. Coach Kiva is saying she helps clients with daily living activities to stay out of the hospital, nursing home. I love that. Love that. Love clients, help clients with daily living activities to stay out of the hospital or nursing home. Great. I'm liking these. So, like I said, oh, you're thinking about your Nana. Okay, great. So, and this is no shade to people. If I were to ask you, what do you do? And you say personal care or you say help seniors. But these, the way that the two people on YouTube answered the same question, like I said, there's no right or wrong answers. This sets them apart. And this is what we are oftentimes lacking when we're talking about our business. We don't set ourselves apart. So again, this, if you don't want to sound like a copy and paste of everyone else, then you have to be different. You have to, like I said, take that song. They're not like us. We help clients stay out of the hospital. We help you stay out or stay away from nursing home. We help you keep your independence. I can't get through. I'm not sure what you mean by that. So, first thing, have a clear understanding about what you do. And whether you provide multiple services or not, be clear on that area. Be clear about what you do for people with cancer. Be clear about what you do for people with dementia. Be clear about what you do with seniors, with people, with individuals. Be clear about what you do, because a lot of you are not clear about what you do, and that is what's causing you to sound like everyone else. Hey, Keith, how are you? Okay. Next thing. And here are some of the answers that we got on Monday. Skilled in personal care, services to adults and peds, Parkinson's, dementia, autism, nonverbal children. So it is customary for people to answer that question and not think about standing out. They just think about answering the question. But that, if I was a potential referral source, I would be asking that question and expecting you to give me something else than ADLs, something else than, we work with seniors and we really, really care. Individuals with developmental disabilities, yes. But again, what do you do? So when the first question was a little bit challenging for them to answer, I guess they thought I was kind of asking a trick question. Then we answered I gave a second question, and then this one is for you too, guys. I should have used my whiteboard. What does your home health care agency do to help people? Oh, thank you you like my videos. Thank you so much. What does your home care agency do to help? How do you help? How do you help? When you're providing personal care, whatever, like, how do you help? Because I'm not a big component, advocate actually of elevator pitches. Because sometimes the way that the conversations go is that you're rarely going to use an elevator pitch. I'm not sure how to do that. But it says, how do you help? Basically, how does your home care agency help? I'm not sure. How do you mirror it? How do you mirror it? I gotta have somebody train me later. Okay, see, I don't want to do that because I then took the live off. Okay. So the question is, how do you help? How does your home care agency help? Okay. Okay. Again, I'm getting a lot of good feedback on YouTube, and have personalized care plans based on the client's needs. So they're answering, how do you help? Personalized care plans. All right. And then another is saying transport clients to medical appointments. Yep, that's definitely one of the things you can do. And prepare food, right? Right. Now, if you were specializing in a particular niche, like dementia, you would be a little bit more targeted with how you help, by saying, you help with, memory stimulating activities. Your agency provides memory stimulating activities. Your memory helps alleviate stress from family caregivers so that they can return to work so that they can, spend time with their family and not feel guilty about it. Taking a break from their loved one, go they help with running errands so that family caregivers can get additional support. It needs to be flowing and not always bulleted. Sometimes you guys' responses are like bulleted, like boom, 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 like you're reading a brochure. But if you are genuinely having a conversation with them, you want to let people know how you stand out. So I'll take this for example. So I did the little silly video. They're not like us, right? And like I said, it had been going viral. I've seen so many different versions of this on TikTok, and none of the versions that I saw had words on the screen, right? All of the versions that I saw had people just, doing their own rendition of this guy that seems to be dressed like Jerome from Martin. Um, just redoing the dance and lip syncing, right? So I said, well, how does this pertain to boom, my population, my tribe, which is home care business owners aspiring or emerging. And so with this short part of the story, I want you guys to take into consideration that a lot of times you don't target. A lot of times you don't think about your specific group that you'll be talking to. You're like, this is for everybody. This is for everybody. And you don't need to think like that. You need to think like, I'm talking to this one individual or this group of individuals that I'm trying to get them to um, uh, consider my services, buy my services, start my services, refer to me business. Okay, making sure I'm not missing any message. So, how do you help when you're answering that question? How do you help? I want you guys in the future. These are good. I want you in the future to think about that specific target group, and I also want you to think about how how your help is different from another agency. Now, is transporting clients to medical appointments standing out? No, but it's really important. It would stand out even more if I was talking to a cancer patient and I said, we help transport, our home care agency helps transport you back and forth to your radiation appointments, to your chemotherapy appointments. So we definitely want to stand out and we want to um, show value in the marketplace. And they call it unique value proposition. Actually, let me stop using my paper. Let me use my whiteboard. So I don't keep wasting my paper for my class. Okay, let me get a different. Okay. First question we asked tonight is, what do you do? Next question we asked tonight is, how do you help? The next question in this series, which is equally important, is, who will you target? Who is your target market? Do you guys know who your target is for your marketing? Do you know who you're targeting? Do you know who you're going after when you're marketing your home care business? Yes, I love that. Yep, really, really good. Cool. Great pickup, Coach Nick Kiva. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, who will you target? Seniors. But guess what? Seniors, within seniors, there are micro targets, even within seniors, right? Because seniors can start at 65. Seniors is 65 on up, right? But then some seniors need the most help around 75 to 85. That is another smaller target, right? Then if you have seniors, you could have seniors that are from 80 to 90, right? Everyone is going to have different needs within those micro groups, right? All right, children of seniors. The writing is backwards because I'm on Instagram and I don't know how to mirror. I guess it's called mirror. And if you want to see it in a better way, you can go on over to YouTube, or you can just listen to me and I'll try to explain it. Daughters and sons of seniors or disabled. Okay, I love that, Christy. So how I'm going to write that, Christy, is I'm going to write adult children. And then you can have daughter. And then you have son. Then we have children. And children, if you end up doing peds, which is one of my specialties, is it's very similar to seniors because you would do, you could do infants, toddlers, adolescents, teens, and young adults. All within the same group. And so, who will you target? Who will you target? Okay. And these are questions. If you have not done this exercise before, I'm doing it with you. And this is how you're standing out. This is how you're differentiating yourself in the marketplace. Okay. So, let me. Okay. All right. So, ideally, we are going to, out of the groups that we mentioned, we are also going to, hey, from Indianapolis, we're going to target and this will work. Okay, so for those of you who cannot see, hey Tammy, I'm so missing the Spa Summit, and I know you guys are doing well, and I pray that it's sold out. Hey guys, if you're in Nashville, you can still have time, especially if you're a nurse, to going over to the Nurse Spa Summit because not only is it going to be packed with a lot of nurse entrepreneurs, but they have you can get CEU credits. So these are your main groups, right? Everything is going to fall within these three groups. And since you're on Instagram, I'm going to read it. Everything's going to fall into people. That means the actual client, family, that could be those adult children, that could be a spouse, that could be, a niece, family, the family member who is a potential caregiver or already a caregiver or a decision maker. And let me put that down so that you can understand. Family member, they're either a caregiver or decision maker. One of my mentees, we met earlier and we've been doing some marketing for her. And she said, well, I went to the client's home and, looks like they need about 24 hours of care, but I'm trying to be mindful of their budget. And so we're going to start out with 8 hours of care. And this is private pay because you guys know I'm a big advocate of private pay and that you can obtain private pay clients. And there are people out here who are willing to pay it, but she did her initial assessment. She has a non-medical home care agency. She did her initial assessment. She kind of did like a little family interview, but guess what? She spoke to someone in the family, but she didn't speak to the decision maker. So she has to speak to one last person before she seals the deal. Hey guys, we're going over They're Not Like Us, how to stand out in the marketplace, in the home care marketplace, right? So that's the actual individual. Now, the resources I'm seeing over here on YouTube World, your resources are basically your referral sources, right? Those are your referral sources, which someone mentioned could be like a specialty doctor. Okay. We got about 5 minutes. So if you guys have any questions, because I do have to jump off and I will pick this back up. What do? How do you help? Who will you target? Right? How would you solve it? Oh, okay. To become a member, you can jump on a call with me and we can talk about my 2 home care mentorship programs. And we do service Indianapolis. Thank you so much. Right? So when I'm doing this, these are some of my notes from Monday. Monday, we had our home care business summer school. And just like I'm writing down you guys' answers, I wrote down their answers. And now let me tell you what you do to really make your business stand out in the marketplace after you do this. Let me go back. You have to do this first. A lot of times, especially really new home care business owners and home care business owners who have only been in business for under a year, they go out and start doing the activities because you're in like a Facebook group, or you're just, you're so new, and you're picking up different information, different tips. You're so motivated, and all of that is good. I definitely would tell you, keep that energy. But what you do is you go out, right? That's not flies to everybody. Here, take this. Here, take this. Here, take this. Here, take this. You are, and I, like I said, keep that energy. I love it. But you go out without a strategy. You go out without a strategy. You go out with activities, but you go out without a strategy because you don't know who you can't tell people what you do. You're expecting people to know what home care is, what home care does. And so when you're talking, you're like, why are they asking me all these questions? Or you get tired of answering the same question, not realizing that in our business, in our industry, one of the things we have to do regularly is educate. We got to educate our audience all the time. We have to educate our potential buyers all the time, because even if they think they know about home care, they don't know a lot of aspects about what you do. Like, they may know that you come to the home, but they didn't know that, oh, that you can take me to my doctor's appointments. They don't know certain aspects about what you do. Give me an example. Give me a second. Before you go out, what do you do? Have a clear understanding about what you do, and know that it should be different. It will be different. I want it to be different depending on your settings. If you're doing marketing to people with intellectual disabilities, what you do should sound different than your spiel to someone who's a senior. How do you help should match what you do. What you do should match how you help. They should match. It should be like socks and shoes. Yep. So that means it should be specific to that group. But then if you don't know who you're targeting, then when you go out, you're just casting a big net, hoping that anybody jumps in. And the problem with that it's not targeted, it's not focused. And anybody jumping in also means that they may not be able to pay you. This may be too much work for your caregivers. This might be not a good fit for your agency. This may be a client that's not really in your service area, but you just want to service them anyway because you're really being ambitious, and you have a high drive for success, and all of that is good. But doing marketing activities and not having a marketing strategy is a big no-no. Now, who will you target are only in these groups. Only in these groups. Only in these groups. That's who you're going to target. Why? Because even if you are a Medicaid provider, guess what? You don't target Medicaid. You might target a Medicaid case manager who falls underneath resources, but you don't target Medicaid. You don't call up to Indiana Medicaid and say, hey, when are you going to send me those clients? Because they're not sending them that way. Biggest misconception is that people get licensed and they think that being a Medicaid provider is almost like having a daycare where they're on some magical list and then people are going to start calling them to sign up. doesn't work like that for home care. There's too many agencies. You have to market your business. So before I'll give you guys 2 minutes to answer some questions, ask me some questions. We're gonna have a part 2 of this, right? And then I'm gonna give you one more tip. What do you do? I'll leave that up. Do you guys have any questions? Oh, okay. Sorry, I just saw a question on YouTube. What do you say when you reach out to doctors who have my ideal clients? Great job. Great question. What do I say when you reach out to doctors who have an ideal client? Okay, so first I want to answer, what do I do? Right? How do I help? Because the target question is already answered. So then what do I do? How do I help? Right? Actually, the target question isn't already answered. So I want you to continue to use this equation, and I'm about to answer your question. What do you do? How do you help? Who would you target? So let's say okay, so you guys may not be able to see this, so let me read it. You have to answer the what question, the how question, and the who. But when you get to the who, I want you to only decide on one. Seniors, what are you going to target? Seniors with high blood pressure, seniors with dementia, or seniors with Parkinson's, or seniors with diabetes? Because then what you say after that is how you talk to them. What you say is, hi, my name is, I don't know the name of your business. My name is Kiva. My agency helps seniors. I'll use what Gail said earlier. Stay, um, remain independent at home. Meanwhile, by remain independently at home, so that they don't have to go into a nursing home. I'll just, sorry, off the top of my head. How do you help? We come back. We do wellness visits. We offer wellness visits. We offer living care, and we offer home care services. Our home care services include cooking nutritional meals for our diabetic clients, making sure that they're low sugar. We help remind them to take their medication with our medication management program. We make sure that they are not, they're well, that they avoid falling, which may lead them into the hospital or rehab center. We make sure that they stay up to date with their doctor's appointments. We help them stimulate normal, regular activity by taking them to social events or doing social activities with them at the home. So I would pick about 5 to 6 things, because usually doctors don't have that much time. And again, I would target it based upon who I'm helping. Do you need a lot of capital to start this business? No, it depends on what state you're in. Okay, guys, well, I do have to jump off because I have a scheduled call. So what I want you guys to do is, if you're on YouTube, I want you to hit that bell so you get a notification when I go live. And the same thing with you on Instagram, hit that bell so you get a notification when I go live. And if you have any other questions, please feel free to send it to me via DM. We check our DM sometimes only once a week because we get so many on Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube, but we will check them and respond back to you. Thank you so much and have a good evening. Bye.